The film begins with a former CIA agent named Philip, who single-handedly massacres dozens of Mafia members in a brutal confrontation. It is soon revealed that Philip's deadly rampage stems from a deep personal tragedy. The Mafia ruthlessly murdered his beloved wife. Determined to avenge her death, Philip eliminates the group with remarkable precision, including their feared leader, Dimitri. 7 years later, the scene shifts to a picturesque city in Italy. Philip is seen enjoying breakfast at a quaint cafe with his daughter Vanessa. Having dismantled Dimitri's group in America, Philip decides to start anew in Italy, seeking a peaceful life with his daughter. Vanessa, however, is no ordinary young woman. She now works for an intelligence agency, following in her father's footsteps in her own way. While they savor their breakfast, Philip's sharp instincts alert him that they are being watched by a group of strangers. He quickly warns Vanessa to stay alert, sensing potential trouble on the horizon. Philip approaches a man pretending to casually order coffee but is prepared for what follows. Suddenly, the man launches an attack on Philip, igniting chaos in the cafe. Philip subdues the assailant, but his ordeal isn't over. He spots another attacker aiming a gun at Vanessa. Acting swiftly, Philip grabs a weapon and takes down the second threat. Amid the chaos, Vanessa dodges sniper fire as the father-daughter duo makes their way out through the cafe's back exit. However, they are greeted by two enemies on a motorcycle, who chase them all the way to the market. Forced to defend themselves, Philip and Vanessa engage in a high-stakes fight, using their skills to overcome the relentless attackers. After neutralizing their pursuers, Philip instructs Vanessa to wait at a nearby dock while he retrieves weapons from their apartment. Once the dust settles, Philip reflects on the attack but remains puzzled about who sent the men after them. Arriving at his apartment, Philip quickly gathers essential items and an arsenal of weapons, preparing for another inevitable encounter. As he packs, more men storm his location, leading to yet another fierce battle. Despite being outnumbered, Philip skillfully eliminates the attackers. Among their belongings, Philip finds a phone which he pockets for further investigation. Philip reunites with Vanessa at the dock, where she anxiously asks who the attackers were and whether it's all over. Philip admits he doesn't have answers, but assures her this is only the beginning. Stealing the car, they drive off to meet an old friend of Philip's who resides in a nearby village. During the ride, Philip hands Vanessa the phone he took from the attackers, asking her to unlock it. However, she discovers the phone is locked, and the only clue is a photo of Philip as the wallpaper. This discovery raises Vanessa's suspicion that Philip's old enemies may be behind the attack. Philip, however, admits he has too many enemies from his past to pinpoint one responsible. They stop at a motel to rest before continuing their journey to the village. The next day, they arrive at the village where Philip's old friend, Govel, the village chief, greets them warmly. Philip explains the dire situation, that they are being hunted by unknown individuals, and seeks Govel's help. Sympathetic, Govel reveals that 2 days ago, a man named Vlad arrived in the village, taking hostages and killing some villagers. Vlad, Dimitri's older brother, demanded to know Philip's whereabouts, threatening further harm if Govel didn't comply. Fearing for his people, Govel reluctantly told Vlad that Philip was last seen in the city. Realizing Vlad is seeking revenge for his brother's death, Philip reassures Govel that he holds no ill will, understanding the difficult choice Govel had to make. After thanking Govel for his hospitality, Philip and Vanessa leave the village to avoid endangering its people further. Elsewhere, Vlad is furious when his right-hand man, Kaz, informs him that their team failed to eliminate Philip and Vanessa. Vlad orders Kaz to gather more men, vowing to see Philip and Vanessa dead at any cost. Hours later, Philip and Vanessa meet an old CIA colleague named Holman, explaining their situation and seeking information about Vlad. Holman reveals that Vlad has become a powerful mafia boss with an extensive network of operatives and a vast fortune of $500 million stored in Bitcoin. The key to crippling Vlad lies in a flash drive containing the Bitcoin data, hidden in a private bank. Philip and Vanessa agree to steal the flash drive, understanding that without his wealth, Vlad's empire will crumble. Holman leads the group to a luxury hotel to discuss their upcoming plan. The hotel's location is carefully chosen, just a few blocks away from the private bank where Vlad's highly valuable flash drive is securely stored. As they settle into their room, Holman urges Philip and Vanessa to act immediately, suggesting they infiltrate the bank that very night to avoid any delays. However, Philip opposes this idea, pointing out that they don't yet know the exact vault holding the flash drive. Rushing in blindly, he argues, could compromise the entire mission. Realizing the importance of careful planning, they decide to take a step back, rest for the evening, and refine their approach. The next day, the trio regroup to strategize further. Vanessa proposes an innovative idea, pretending to deposit a rare diamond in the bank. This ruse, she explains, would likely prompt the manager to personally escort her to the vault. During this time, she could discreetly tap into the manager's computer and locate Vlad's flash drive. Holman raises a critical question: what would she do if caught by the guards? Vanessa confidently replies that if it comes to that, she'll fight her way out, knowing the mission's success depends on her resolve. Her determination convinces Philip, but he insists on close monitoring. He emphasizes that someone needs to back her up since he plans to confront Vlad directly at his headquarters. Holman steps up, offering to assist Vanessa remotely and ensure the flash drive's safety once she retrieves it. With the plan in place, they agree to execute it the following day, confident yet cautious about the challenges ahead. The next morning, Vlad enjoys a leisurely breakfast at his estate. His moment of calm is interrupted when Kaz approaches, introducing a hired assassin tasked with eliminating Philip. However, the assassin demands an upfront payment, citing doubts about Vlad's reliability. Offended by this implication, Vlad signals Kaz to eliminate the assassin on the spot, showcasing his intolerance for disrespect. Meanwhile, Philip, Vanessa, and Holman finalize their preparations. Vanessa gears up to infiltrate the bank, aided by Holman, who stays at the hotel to provide remote support. Philip, on the other hand, arms himself for the impending showdown at Vlad's headquarters. As Vanessa and Philip depart, Holman secretly makes a phone call to Vlad, revealing that he has been working for him all along. He quickly informs Vlad about their plans. Vanessa is headed to the bank for the flash drive, and Philip is coming for him. Realizing the flash drive contains $500 million, Vlad immediately sends Kaz and his men to intercept Vanessa. Vlad himself stays behind, preparing for Philip's arrival. Vanessa, unaware of the betrayal, enters the bank and meets with the manager. She presents a set of rare diamonds, claiming she wants to deposit them for safekeeping. To ensure their proper handling, she insists on accompanying the manager to the vault. The manager doesn't resist and invites Vanessa to the vault room. While the manager is distracted, Vanessa quickly attaches a device to her computer to track which vault Vlad has hidden his flash drive in. Once inside the vault room, Vanessa swiftly knocks out the manager and uses the device to pinpoint the correct vault. Using a small explosive, she breaches the vault's security and retrieves the flash drive. The explosion alerts the guards, who rush toward the commotion. Left with no other option, Vanessa engages them in a fierce fight. Despite being outnumbered, she skillfully takes them down, showcasing her combat prowess. She escapes the bank, where a motorcycle awaits her, prepared by her niece Lydia, who she is secretly involved in the mission. As Vanessa and Lydia speed away, Kaz and his team give chase, determined to recover the flash drive. During the pursuit, Vanessa outsmarts them, handing the flash drive to Holman for safekeeping. Lydia cleverly diverts the pursuers by making them believe she has the flash drive, drawing them away from Vanessa. The scene transitions to Philip, who has just arrived at Vlad's heavily guarded headquarters. Determined and focused, he begins his assault, skillfully taking down the guards stationed outside one by one. Each takedown is precise, showcasing Philip's years of training and experience. Meanwhile, Lydia finds herself cornered by Vlad's relentless men. Despite her quick thinking and agility, the odds are stacked against her. She desperately leaps over a high wall, landing hard on the other side. Without missing a beat, she takes off running through a narrow alley. However, her escape is short-lived as Kaz intercepts her, grabbing her roughly. Lydia struggles, but Kaz overpowers her, leaving her captured and defenseless. Back at Vlad's mansion, Philip breaches the main entrance and moves deeper into the stronghold. He soon comes face to face with Vlad, who is flanked by two of his most loyal men. Calmly, Vlad orders his men to take care of Philip, one at a time, before retreating to his private room, confident his guards will handle the intruder. Philip first confronts a massive bodyguard, a towering figure who immediately charges at him. After an intense hand-to-hand combat sequence, Philip manages to outmaneuver and kill the man using a concealed blade. Barely catching his breath, Philip turns to face Vlad and his other men, who are both armed and ready. Thanks to Philip's swift moves, he takes down one of the men right away before grappling with Vlad. Just as he's about to kill Vlad, Vlad's girlfriend bursts in and warns him that Lydia has been taken hostage. Because of this, if Philip wants Lydia to survive and make it out alive, He has no other option but to let Vlad live. With no other choice, Philip reluctantly agrees, and Vlad takes full advantage of the situation, ordering Philip to leave his villa immediately before he will release Lydia. At first, Philip is deeply unwilling to agree to the deal because he doesn't trust Vlad in the slightest, but after weighing all his options, he realizes he has no choice but to leave. Afterward, Vlad receives a call from Holman, who tells him that he has the flash drive, assuring him that there is no need to worry about the situation anymore. Later, father and daughter meet in a quiet church, and Vanessa asks with concern if Vlad is dead yet. Philip calmly explains that he hasn't been able to do it because they are holding Lydia hostage, and this revelation makes Vanessa feel guilty for having brought Lydia into the dangerous situation in the first place. However, Philip reassures and calms his daughter down, as he has devised another plan to save Lydia and take down Vlad and his men once and for all. Meanwhile, Kaz takes Lydia to Vlad, who is visibly pleased because now he has the leverage he needs to crush the father and daughter and ensure his victory. Suddenly, Holman arrives, rushing toward Vlad with the flash drive in his hand and hands it over to him without a moment of hesitation. But when they check the contents of the flash drive, they are shocked to discover it is a fake and completely empty. It is revealed that the father and daughter have known for a long time that Holman is a traitor, so they've cleverly used him to track down Vlad's location and learn his weaknesses. Before the mission, Philip had instructed Vanessa to bring a fake flash drive and hand it over to Holman, so they could get their hands on the real one and turn the tables on Vlad. Holman receives another call from Philip, who tells him that if they want the real flash drive, they will need to trade it for Lydia's life, setting the stage for a tense exchange. He orders Holman and the others to go to the village to carry out the trade, and Vlad reluctantly agrees because he doesn't want to lose his money so easily. A little later, Vlad speaks with Kaz in a heated discussion and says they need to kill all their enemies, even if it means losing all his money in the process. He feels deeply frustrated after realizing he hasn't been able to kill the person who took his brother's life, and this only fuels his anger. Meanwhile, while Gavel is cooking dinner, he hears a knock at the door. It is Philip and Vanessa coming to him for help because they haven't killed Vlad yet and they are still holding Lydia hostage. Philip asks Gavel to evacuate everyone in the village, as that is where the trade will take place, and he needs to make sure no one is caught in the crossfire. Since Gavel trusts Philip and knows he is a man of honor, he agrees to his request without hesitation and even provides weapons they can use in case Vlad decides not to honor the deal. The next day, Vlad and his men head to the village to carry out the trade, fully expecting things to go their way. Holman is also with them, blaming Vlad's men for the failure, as they had already had a chance to kill Philip but failed miserably, and this failure is weighing heavily on his mind. Because of Holman's incessant complaints, Vlad gets irritated and reminds him that he could kill him at any time since he no longer finds him useful in the mission. When they arrive at the village, they are holding Lydia hostage, but they notice the eerie silence in the surroundings because everyone has already been evacuated to the nearby monastery for safety. Vlad threatens Lydia's life while calling out for Philip, demanding that he show himself immediately. Soon after, Philip appears alone, holding the flash drive in his hand, but unbeknownst to Vlad, Vanessa is nearby, preparing to launch an attack that will surprise everyone. Philip asks for Lydia's release before handing over the flash drive, but Vlad immediately refuses without even considering the possibility of agreeing. In the end, Philip complies and hands over the flash drive, which is quickly checked by Vlad's men to confirm its authenticity. When it is confirmed to be real, Vlad coldly declares that he will never release Lydia until Philip and Vanessa are both dead and out of the picture. Philip remains calm, fully aware that this outcome is inevitable, and he signals Vanessa to attack, which quickly causes chaos and confusion among Vlad's men. During the fight, Holman seizes the opportunity, grabs the flash drive, and tries to make his escape, hoping to secure his own survival. After Philip successfully kills most of Vlad's men, he faces Kaz, while Vanessa confronts Holman, both of them locked in intense one-on-one battles. In the end, Philip defeats Kaz by stabbing him in the throat, ensuring that his enemy is no longer a threat, and then helps Vanessa take down Holman. The flash drive falls to the ground and is destroyed in the chaos, but Philip insists that it isn't about the money, it is about making things right and restoring balance to the situation. After Holman is defeated and the immediate danger is over, the father and daughter join Lydia, where Vanessa reveals she has made a copy of the flash drive, and they can now use it to fix the damage done to the village and right the wrongs they've suffered. They find out that the wounded Vlad is trying to escape, but Philip doesn't chase after him because he knows the villagers will finish him off and bring justice in their own way. Vlad crawls painfully and encounters Govel, where he tries to ask for help in his weakened state, but Govel, remembering all of Vlad's wrongdoings in their village, refuses to help him. Instead, Govel lets the villagers carry out a brutal execution of Vlad. In the final scene, Holman is seen escaping, knowing he has failed. And after the hard-fought victory, the villagers celebrate their newfound freedom and justice. Philip and Vanessa also join the celebration, and that's where the film ends. Thank you so much for staying till the end. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for future uploads.